Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be starting a declutter series. So the first declutter I'm going to be doing is eyeshadow palettes. That's like what I have a lot of and what I buy a lot of also. I have a lot of palettes that I use, a few that I buy and review for you guys, and only use them when that time, or like I keep using them but I don't really love them and I don't return them. I'm going to try to sell like anything that's good. I'm gonna disinfect it and I'm going to try to get rid of them locally first, but whatever doesn't sell, I'm going to be putting it in my Poshmark account. I'll insert a link to it down below so you guys can check my description box for that. But yeah, I want to declutter my makeup, and there's a lot of new makeup that launches, so I just want to declutter, get rid of stuff that I don't use instead of it just sitting in my collection and somebody else can enjoy. So if you are interested to see my eyeshadow palette declutter, let's just jump right in. So I'm going to start off with my more affordable palettes. So this one is the L'Oreal Le Palette Nude 2. I do like this palette. I don't have very many affordable palettes, so this one I will be keeping. This next one is a palette from Face Space. I actually picked this up at Hot Look. I haven't used this palette in a little bit. I do feel like this palette is good for beginners just because it's not like super pigmented when you're swirling your brush in there. So I think I'm just going to get rid of this just because I think it's just more beginner friendly. But yeah, this is one I'll be getting rid of. So I do have 4 of these LA Colors matte eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to keep this purple one and this neutral one, but I'm going to get rid of these 2. This one is in natural linen and this blue one is called Blue Denim. I haven't even used this one, but I haven't used it since I bought it, so I'm just going to get rid of these also. This other one is from Wet n Wild. It's an all natural palette. I think it's in Nude Awakening. They actually repackaged these and like did a new style of this as well, but I will be keeping this one. Again, I don't have a lot of drugstore palettes, and I'm just gonna keep this one. This one I just got. It's the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette. Oh my gosh, I just stuck my nail in that. Awesome. But I will be keeping this one. I just got it, so it's new to me. This next one is the Nudes Maybelline New York. I think it's just the nudes. I am going to get rid of this one. It's alright also. I feel like I should keep it, but I don't really reach for it. I haven't used it very much, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And lastly, this is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zoned palette. Again, they did repackage these and reformulate these. I'm just going to keep this one because why not? It's like an oldie but a goodie, and I'm just going to keep it. So I'm getting rid of 4 out of 2, 4, 6 out of 10 palettes. I'm getting rid of 4 of them. So 4 is better than none. So I have some NYX and some ColourPop and these 2 palettes that I just got from collab from Sally Beauty. I did just get these 2 palettes, so I will be keeping both of these. This one is in Follow Me, so it's like blue shades. And then this one is called Best of the Day. I did mention that this was like a mini modern renaissance palette. And let me show you guys this one, which was called Follow Me. The pigmentation on these is really nice. I would definitely recommend you guys picking these up. So I'm going to keep both of these. Next up, I'm going to do NYX. This one I got for my birthday last year from Ulta. But I actually haven't even used it or touched it or swatched it at all. This is what these shades in here look like. I think I'm just going to keep it for a giveaway just because it's, again, beautiful neutral shades. I do have these shades in my collection, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the giveaway pile. Another NYX product are my single eyeshadows that I picked out. I will be keeping this palette as well just because I like the pigmentation, and I don't know, they're all matte shades, so that's nice to have. And then I did get these from NYX Cosmetics. They did send these to me, and I will be keeping all of these as well. This is the Smoke Screen palette. So you get mattes, some shimmer, and like ultra shimmer shades. This one is the Electric palette. I have used this one. It's pretty pigmented as well. And then the last one is Warm Rust. And again, beautiful shades right here. So I will be keeping these. I will not be getting rid of those. Next up is ColourPop. This is the My Little Pony palette. And I am going to keep this just because it has like a lot of fun shades. So I'm just going to keep this one. Next up is Dream Street, Kathleen Light's collab with ColourPop. I love this palette. This is like, I love the color combinations that are in here. Definitely not getting rid of this. This one is the I Think I Love You palette. I'm actually not super gravitated towards this palette, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I've used it probably like a couple times after I reviewed it, and I haven't touched it again. I'm just gonna get rid of this one. And then the last one is this Cute AF, actually it's called Yes Please palette by ColourPop. This one is well loved, very dirty, and I will be keeping this palette. I do love this palette. This is one of my favorites of the ones that I do have. So I'm going to keep these and I'm going to get rid of this one. Next up, I have my BH Cosmetic palettes. The first one right here is the Cool Stone palette. I actually really like these palettes. They're really nice and pigmented and they're really affordable also. So this is what both of them look like. This one is the Cool Tone and then this one is the Warm Tone palette. I do love these two palettes, so I am going to keep both of them. This one, well, this one is Foil Eyes 1. This is all foiled shades. I think I have a review on this on my channel. Actually, I might have bought it to review it. I don't remember, but this is the Foil Eyes 2. So this one's more cool tone shadows, whereas this one has like a rainbow type shadows. I think I'm going to definitely get rid of the Foil Ice 2. And I'm debating whether if I want to keep this or not. So I'm going to put this in a maybe pile or not sure pile. So I can come back to it and decide whether I want to keep it or not. I'm not sure. I do and I don't want it, so I'm going to put this in my maybe pile. This next one is the Take Me to Brazil palette. I just got this palette and I have used it once. I do have a green eye look on this that I used with this palette. Definitely going to keep this so far, just using the green shades and the yellow shades. Very great quality. So I'm definitely going to keep this palette and keep using it. This next one is the Galaxy Chic Baked Eyeshadow palette. I don't remember the last time I used this palette. I think I'm just going to get rid of this. I think they have like new packaging and stuff. This doesn't even close anymore. So I don't know. I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't remember the last time I used it. Next up is the SHANXO 9-color eyeshadow palette. So you get these beautiful neutral shades right here. And then in the back I do have the lipstick version. So I haven't even touched the lipsticks. I don't know, I'm just not really into like lipsticks like this. And I actually would only really use these two shades and these ones over here. So I'm actually going to declutter this. She actually came out with a SHANXO Remix palette. And I would rather pick up that palette because on both sides you get eyeshadows. And again, I haven't even used the lipstick, so I'm just going to declutter this one. This palette is beautiful, but this palette does not stay on my eyelids at all. It doesn't matter what eyeshadow primer I'm using, high-end or drugstore, it just fades away during the day. And this is the Carly Bible palette in collab with BH Cosmetics. The shadows just do not stay on my lids, so I'm gonna get rid of this also. So I did get rid of 4 more palettes from BH Cosmetics, and I'm keeping 3 for sure, and then I have the Foil Eyes that I am still thinking on, but here's another set of affordable palettes. I did just pick these 2 up in my recent makeup haul, so I'm not going to get rid of these just yet. This is what this first one looks like. This is the Makeup Revolution times Soph X. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I just picked this up, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I still need to test it out, so keeping that. And this one as well. This is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Iconic Neutrals palette. This is what that looks like. Definitely keeping this as well, just again, because I haven't used it. This is the Heart Makeup Chocolate and Peaches. Is supposed to be a dupe to the Sweet Peach palette. I'm actually going to get rid of this just because I bought it to do a dupe video for the Sweet Peach palette, and this is definitely a dupe to the Sweet Peach. You cannot even tell a difference. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. Somebody can enjoy this beautiful palette. And this one is the Pure Trolls palette, and this is what that looks like. I haven't used this palette a lot, but I did like it when I did use it, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. And then this one's the Pure Soiree Diaries. We got this in our BoxyCharm a few months ago. I have yet to use this. I have been undecided whether if I want to keep it for myself or put it in a giveaway. I've heard good things about it. I haven't dipped into it. Again, it's just like, it's not super fun to me. It's just like a regular neutrals everyday palette. So that's the reason why I haven't really swatched it or used it. And I'm going to keep it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it for myself or just put it in a future giveaway. So in this pile I have Bad Habit and I also have Zoeva. So I'm going to start with these. These three palettes are actually dupes for the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. So this one's a, again, Huda Beauty dupe. This is just a neutrals palette. It's called After Party. This one's called After Dark. It's supposed to be a dupe to the Warm Obsessions palette. This palette is stunning. If you get any of the 4 palettes that they launched, this one I definitely recommend. These shades are so beautiful and pigmented. Definitely recommend this palette from all 4. And this one I also really love. This red shade is super pigmented. I did include like I did do like a red smoky eye using this shade. Beautiful, beautiful palette. These are super pigmented and they're only $10. Definitely recommend these. I'm not gonna get rid of any of my Bad Habit palettes. I just want to show you guys what they are. This one's the Athena palette. This one's supposed to be a dupe to the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I did do a comparison video with this palette and the OG palette, and this pigmentation is really nice. I just don't want to get rid of these palettes just yet, just because they're newer in my collection. This one I also did a review on. This is the Bad Habit Inferno palette, or Inferno palette. Supposed to be a dupe to the Naked Heat palette. Really nice as well. I do enjoy this palette. Very pigmented also, so I will be keeping this palette also. And then lastly, this is the Bad Habit Retro Love. This is a dupe to the Subculture palette, as you can see here. I love the pigmentation on these. They're only, I think I picked it up for $10, but they actually retail for $12. They raised their prices a little bit. But pigmentation is great if you love Subculture, but it just did not work out for you like it did not for myself. Definitely pick up this palette if you want Subculture in your collection, but you just don't like the Subculture formula. This one is a really nice one. So I'm keeping these. I didn't do much of a declutter in this pile, but I have the Smoky palette by Zoeva, and this is what that palette looks like. I really love this palette. I love that you get like pinks and purples and like neutral shades. It's everything I need in this palette, so I'm definitely keeping this one also. This one is the Zoeva Naturally Yours palette. So this is more of an everyday neutral palette. This one's really nice formula as well. I think I'm just going to keep it also. And then lastly, this is the Metals palette by Zoeva. This actually reminds me of the recent palette we just got by BoxyCharm. In our BoxyCharm, the, what's it called? The Crown Brushes palette, Metals palette. I haven't touched this since I got it. It looks like I swatched that one, but I haven't used it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. If I didn't use it, it means that I just need to get rid of it, right? So I only got rid of one out of all of these palettes, but again, one is better than none. I wanted to show you guys some of my single eyeshadows that these, I'm not getting rid of any of these. These are my Coastal Scent Hot Pots. I love these Hot Pots. They're super affordable. I did pick all of them up when they were on sale for 99 cents. I do have swatches on all of these shades, so if you're interested, definitely look through my videos. You'll find swatches on all of these shades that I do have. This one is an extra large Z palette. This is where I keep all of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I don't really reach for this palette or these shadows. I'm not really into like single eyeshadows for some reason. person. I don't reach for them a lot. I'm more into actual palettes, but I'm not going to get rid of this because it's my Makeup Geek palette and I don't want to get rid of them. And this is more shades from Makeup Geek as well in a BoxyCharm palette. I did buy these off of some people that were selling their single Makeup Geek shadows, so I'm keeping those too. And then lastly, this one is the Makeup Geek times Manny MUA palette. Definitely not getting rid of this. This palette is beautiful. I'm not sure if you can still pick it up, but definitely not getting rid of this. This is stunning. Definitely keeping it in my collection. Another brand that is super affordable is also Juvia's Place palette. Pigmentation on Juvia's Place palette is bomb. Really, really good. So I definitely know for sure I'm not going to get rid of these two palettes. They're my favorite palettes ever. This is the Magic by Juvia's Place, and this is what that looks like. Beautiful color shades, a mix of like cool tones and warm tone shades. Definitely not getting rid of this. And then I'm also not gonna get rid of the Masquerade palette. Another beautiful palette. I get a mix of color and then some neutral shades. Definitely not getting rid of this. I really love these two palettes, so I'm keeping those two. These two, I am not sure if I'm going to keep. Well, this one for sure, I think I'm just going to get rid of. This is the Saharan palette, and to be honest, these two shades are the only ones that I really love from this palette. And this is like pretty much a dupe to Telepathy by ColourPop, and I have that in a single. And then this one's like the only color I don't really have in my collection, but to just keep this palette, just for these two shades, I think I should just get rid of them. So I'm going to get rid of this palette. And then this one is the Nubian 2 palette. The shadows in these palettes are actually so big. They're probably the size of a Makeup Forever eyeshadow palette. I'm on the fence on this one, whether I want to keep it or not. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while, but when I did use it, I did like it. I think I'm just going to keep it. I love Juvia's Place. This is really good. So I'm going to keep 3 and I'm going to get rid of 1. So I thought I didn't have a lot of affordable palettes, but I kind of do. So these palettes are all Morphe palettes. I'm actually not going to get rid of any of these palettes just because I use these when I freelance. They're just pigmented. I have a variety of shades. Some of them include 3502, 350, 350S. I have the 35P palette. 35D, the dark smoky palette. I have the colorful one. I think it's the 35B. I'm definitely keeping these. I'm not getting rid of them again because I use them when I freelance and they're just my go-to. Perfect for freelance if you're starting out. Definitely check out Morphe. This is the 12S palette. I'm actually going to get rid of this. This is an all shimmer palette. It's a really beautiful palette, but again, I don't remember the last time I used it, so I'm going to get rid of these. This is the Morphe, the little palette. It was a collab with Elena Gant. I only picked up 2 of them, but I like that this is affordable. It's neutrals. It's like a perfect travel palette. So I'm just going to keep this, and I'm also going to keep this one. Oh, if you're wondering, this is Coca Mocha, and this is Awesome Blossom. I love the shades in this one just because they're fun shades. So I am going to keep this one as well. And another palette that I'm going to definitely keep is the Dare to Create 35A palette. This was limited edition. I haven't played with this enough, but the shades that I have used were beautiful, super pigmented. If you're still able to get your hands on this, I definitely recommend it. These looked smaller online, but in person, these are regular eyeshadows, and this is probably like the size of a more Makeup Forever shadow. So definitely recommend this palette. I'm not getting rid of this, so the only palette I'm getting rid of from Morphe is this one again, but so I actually decided to keep this palette just because I feel like it would go great with this Take Me to Brazil palette. Just because this is an all matte palette and this is all shimmer shades. So I feel like these two would go great together if I decide to do a look using this palette. I need some shimmer shades. I'm just going to keep this one, but I am going to get rid of the Foil Ice 2. So I am getting rid of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I am getting rid of 14 palettes, which is definitely better than nothing. So 14 palettes are going to be decluttering my collection and finding new homes. Again, I will be trying to sell these locally, and whatever I do not sell, I will be linking my Poshmark down below, so definitely follow me if you guys are interested to purchase any of these palettes from me. So these are all the affordable palettes that I'm going to get rid of. I am going to just do a part 2, which is going to be all high-end palettes. I do feel like this video is going to be already like 15-20 minutes long, so I figured just do a separate video. Keep a lookout for part 2 of my eyeshadow palette declutter. It will all be high-end palettes, and I'll definitely be decluttering high-end palettes. Don't think just because they're high-end I'm not going to declutter. I am definitely going to declutter. So yeah, hope you guys give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!